Good morning to all. I am Subarani, Assistant Professor, Immanuel Arasar College of Education, Nattalam, Kanyakumari District. Today we are learn about B.Ed first year portion. The paper is Gender, School and Society. Today's topic is Problems of Transgender. The word transgender or third gender refers to those whose identity as male or female is not clearly evident. Though at birth these persons have normal sex identities corresponding to males or females. As they grow, they develop physical characteristics opposite to their gender. They slowly start identifying themselves with the opposite sex and change their dress, mannerisms and style of behavior. So, the word transgender or third gender refers to whose identity as male or female is not clear. Okay. Though at birth these persons have normal sex identity. In birth these persons are in normal sex identities corresponding to males or females. As they grow, they develop physical characteristics opposite to their gender. They slowly start identifying themselves with the opposite sex and change their dress, mannerism and style of behavior. Okay students, next the definition of transgender. Transgenders are individuals who have mismatch between the sex assigned at birth and the gender identity they psychologically develop on growing up. So, the definition of transgender is transgenders are individuals who have mismatch between the sex assigned at birth and the gender identity they psychologically develop on growing up. Then problems of transgender. Transgender do not come under the biological classification of male or female. They have mismatch of sex identities with gender identities and related self-awareness and self-concept. So, transgender do not come under the biological classification of male or female. They have mismatch of sex identities with gender identities and related self-awareness and self-concept. The parents get assumed that the children are changing into transgender from the age 5 to drive them out of their homes. So, the parents get assumed the children are changing into transgender at the age from 5, drive them out of their homes. These children have no education, employment, opportunities and social recognition and are not able to enjoy equal rights and opportunities like other normal people. So, these children have no education, employment opportunities and social recognition and are not able to enjoy equal rights and opportunities like other normal people. So, in America, a survey is reported that in America an exhaustive survey taken from 6,450 transgender under various headings such as education, employment, medical facilities, housing, using public places and services, etc. From the analysis of the data, the following findings are obtained. They are: in America, an exhaustive survey taken from 6,450 transgenders under various headings such as education, employment, medical facilities, housing, services, etc. In the analysis, the findings are: first one is twice the rate of unemployment. First report is twice the rate of unemployment. In transgender suffer from unemployment at twice the rate that exists in the general population. Transgender suffer from unemployment at twice the rate that exists in general population. The second one is sexual harassment and ill treatment in workplaces. Sexual harassment and ill treatment in workplaces. 97% of those surveyed, they are sexually harassed and humiliated in workplaces. 97% of those surveyed, they are sexually harassed and humiliated in workplaces. Then third one is losses of jobs or careers being considerably high. Loss of job is high. 47% of transgender have stated that they were fired from their jobs or denied promotion. Then high level poverty. The level of poverty among transgenders is twice that exists in the general population. the high level poverty. The level of poverty among transgender is twice that existing population. Then lack of high level adequate housing accommodation. Lack of high level adequate housing accommodation. In 19% of those surveyed had no shelter to stay. 19% of those surveyed had no shelter to stay in the transgenders. 11% were evacuated from their places of residence. Only 11% their residents. 26% are staying in temporary shelters. So 19% have no shelter, 11% have residence, 26% temporary shelters. So the report is twice the rate of unemployment, sexual harassment and ill treatment in workplaces, loss of jobs, high level poverty, lack of high level adequate housing accommodation. So finally the report gives 97% of those surveyed in this study state that they were humiliated, sexually harassed, discrimination at workplace including verbal abuse, invasion of privacy and physical or sexual assault. So 97% give the result is they were humiliated, the transgenders were humiliated, sexually harassed, discrimination at workplace including verbal abuses, invasion of privacy and physical or sexual assault. Okay students. Next, the difficulties of transgender. What are the difficulties of transgender? The transgender combine many difficulties. First one is social discrimination and exclusion. Social discrimination and exclusion. The next one is difficult to get rendered accommodation. The accommodation is not given in the transgenders. Then sexual harassment. They are unable to enjoy the fundamental rights like other citizens. They not given in the fundamental rights like other citizens. Living in poverty due to lack of education and employment opportunities. The ordinary people gives ordinary people obtain the education and the employment opportunity, but the transgenders living in poverty, the reason is due to lack of education and employment opportunities. Then next difficulty is denied political power. Problems in getting access to educational and medical facilities. Then another one is problems in getting access to educational and medical facilities. So the difficulties of transgender is social discrimination and exclusion, difficult to get rendered accommodation, so housing facility is difficult, sexual harassment, unable to enjoy the fundamental rights like other citizens, living in poverty due to lack of education and employment opportunities, denied political power, problems in getting access to education and medical facilities. Then excluded from social and cultural function and celebration. The another one difficulty is excluded from social and cultural functions and celebrations, attacked and ridiculed by males and females in the general public, same sex relationship being considered as a crime, denial of services available for the general public including freebies and subsidies. So many other difficulties in transgenders. Anyone is excluded from social and cultural functions and celebrations, attacked and ridiculed by males and females in the general public, same sex relationship being considered as a crime, denial of service available for the general public including freebies and subsidies. So to improve the condition of transgender community, the government of Tamil Nadu has taken several steps. The government of Tamil Nadu has taken several steps to improve the condition of transgender community. Improve the conditions of transgender, government of Tamil Nadu has taken several steps. The steps are no bar in education and employment, no bar in education and employment, provision of housing facilities, then provision of free medicinal facilities, provision for the facilities like getting family ration card, Aadhaar card and permission to operate bank accounts. So, the government of Tamil Nadu taken several steps to improve the condition of transgender. They are now bar in education and employment, provision of housing facilities, free medical facilities, provision for the facilities like getting family ration card, Aadhaar card, and permission to operate bank accounts. So, students, today we study the definition of transgender, problems of transgender, and the difficulties of transgenders. Okay students, thank you.